Sorry, my hand's too cold. Hey, I'm sorry about the other night. I know you were disappointed in me.
Let's don't talk about the other night.
Come on. Be a little bit more cheerful. Really. It wasn't so bad. Listen, I know we were both talking about how we wanted to tell everybody right then and there about us, but it would have been very strange. Truly. I think if I had told Mr. and Mrs. Taggart about you and me before I'd told my own father or my own son, don't you think?
I don't know, it just seems like it should be so easy. You know? Like we just gather everyone up and put them in the living room and shout it over a big megaphone. And everyone would see how happy we are. And I don't know. Start applauding or something. But then I come back to reality, and I know that it'd take a lot more than seeing us happy for them to realize that we're doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Your father would probably say he doesn't even speak French.
What?
Can you tell me that your family took you on a vacation to Canada one time so you could learn or work on your French?
Mais oui, bien sûr. Qu'est-ce que tu penses, hein?
Exactly. My family vacations consisted of coming here to see grandmother or going to Detroit for the car show. Not a lot of French needed there.
Well, I wish you'd told me before. I mean, this absolutely changes everything.
Well, I kind of thought you might feel that way.
No, completely and utterly. I mean, you can't possibly have a relationship unless you know a second language. It's pathetic. What, nothing? No Japanese? Not even a little Russian? I mean, our future's riding on this.
Know a little Pig Latin.
Oh. Well, hey, I guess we're home free.
I guess so.
Can I hear some?
Mm-hmm. Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
I understand you have a bulletin board here that people put help wanted posters up on. I'm looking for work.
Well, what kind of work are you looking for?
Well, I just finished a big construction job, but I do smaller things, home improvements, carpentry, things like that.
Could you fix my washing machine? It's leaking all over the kitchen. My dishwasher.
Sorry, I'm not much of a plumber. Mainly carpentry and a little electrical work, but...
That's too bad. Oh, well, the bulletin board is over there, see it?
Great.
But steer clear of this table. When you get that many women together all laughing, it can be very dangerous.
I'll keep that in mind.
No, passion is important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is.
It is.
I mean, even my yaya thinks passion is important.
But respect is even more important. I mean, I have to respect somebody. And for instance, I could not be with a man who did not work as hard as I worked. It's okay.
Well, yeah.
That's true. I'll second that. The man of my dreams, whoever that may be, is going to know exactly what he wants, and he's going to have a great job.
Oh, absolutely. You know, that's what really attracted me to Ross. His ambition. He was running for the Senate. Mm-hmm. What they say about power is very true. It's very sexy.
I don't know. I think I must be getting old. I mean, I really thought that the thing about a guy that I couldn't live without was hair down to here. He could do a mean tango. I'll tell you something. I really appreciate it when I don't have to buy dinner every night.
Hello, Vanessa.
Hello.
You did say today to discuss the charity ball.
Of course I did. Of course I did. The time got away from me. How silly. Please come in.
Looks like it's your day off. I'm sure the last thing you want to do is plan a fundraiser for the hospital. Frankly, it's the last thing on my mind. But I promised Charles I would serve on at least one committee this year.
Oh, well, I'm very glad, and I'm happy to be able to do anything I can to help.
You look wonderful. Have you been going to that new spa over in Clayton? I hear they do wonderful things there.
No, actually, I haven't. I've just been reevaluating my priorities. I've decided it's no good if you work so hard that you can't enjoy your life. And I've discovered that work is highly overrated.
That's what I tell my husband. Oh, well, have you ever tried talking sense to a doctor? Impossible. I don't think Charles has been home one night this week before 10 o'clock. Sometimes I think he uses work as an excuse from not worrying. He and I have been very concerned about our son, David.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Would you like some tea?
Oh, thank you.
What's wrong?
Well, first he got his picture in the paper because he was involved with a young woman who was being questioned by the police. Next thing we know, he's gone. We don't know where he is. It's very unsettling.
I'm so sorry.
I don't want to get started about that. It's just that it's been a very tense couple of weeks. First, the hospital is in an uproar because that Bowery is arrested, and it's all downhill after that.
I see.
Laney, how do I turn this up?
Well, about 3 minutes, probably.
See, this is what you have to do. The next time you get a guy to go on a date from one of those dating services, you take him out dancing. Oh, because you can tell a lot about somebody by the way they dance. Look at her. I mean, watch Blake.
It's true, though. I mean, Ross, you never think Ross is a really good dancer. That briefcase he carries and everything, but he's just, that's surprise.
No. I didn't even know Alan Michael that well when I danced with him. Doris threw us together at the Roadhouse.
That's you weren't going to say Alan Michael's name, dear. Come here. You show us what you will do on our next date. You got a new diner here. Yes. That's fabulous. All right. Now, do the same move over there by the falls. Isn't that weird? I know, and he's gorgeous, honey. You live in the same house.
Oh, that's so cool. Look at her. No.
What is the matter with
started. She will take over your life back, Blake.
Not that she could, even if she tried, because he is completely unavailable.
Unavailable.
Well, he's got a girlfriend?
Oh, yes, big time, even though he never talks about her.
Run, Lucy, run.
Now, why don't you dance with Lucy? She's got a new step she really wants to show you.
Thanks, I'd love to, but I really gotta go. You guys have fun, though.
Yeah. Bye, Matt.
Well, at least I tried.
Patty? Darling, go ahead and eat by yourself, all right? I just have to go out just for a little bit. There's a casserole in the oven, and Bill should be back from basketball practice in about an hour.
Vanessa?
Oh. I'm just on my way out.
Well, surely you can spare a few minutes. Pour some oil over troubled waters. Well, I don't expect you want our relationship to continue as wretched as it has been recently.
Well, our relationship has been wretched ever since your brother got back to town, but I don't see that there's a thing that either you or I can do to change that.
Well, I think there might be a way. I think there's a way we can put an end to all these games.
Sorry, I just don't have time for you tonight, Alex. I have something much more pleasurable.
Just a few minutes, Vanessa, I'm begging you.
Gosh, I don't think I've ever heard you use that word before.
I meant what I just said. I want to put an end to these games and the pain.
Well, it might be harder than you think, but then how would you know? You always start them.
I know, I've had a lot of practice. It's become such a pattern. All right, it's a pattern I would like to destroy before it destroys us all.
Oh, well, forgive me if I don't believe you. It's just that you tried to destroy my family this week, so you know.
Vanessa, please, I have one shred of dignity left. Please. I'm not used to begging anyone for anything, as you know. I'm also just not used to the sort of shock I've had the last 24 hours.
Shock.
Well, it's actually a little bit stronger word. It It's really hit me right in the core.
Well, the only thing I've seen in the last 24 hours is you try and destroy your son. That's what I call pathetic. And don't you come and beg anything from me. Not understanding, certainly not forgiveness, when my daughter is upstairs crying her eyes out because of you.
I know, and I'm terribly grateful that Mindy has family to turn to, and I pray that Nick and Mindy will have...
Pray? Honey, you don't know the meaning of the word.
All right, I deserve that. But tonight, I'm only thinking of my brother because I know he's in a lot more pain than I am.
Oh, goodness. Gosh, I hope you haven't come here expecting me to feel sorry for him.
Well, how could I ask or expect that? I'm his sister. I'm not even sure I can feel real pity for him. It's just I know he's suffering, and I can't really even explain it.
Well, if he is suffering, I'm sure you've had a big part in it.
You're right. I treated him very badly when he came back. I treated him like a pariah. I hurt him so much.
Why'd you spare me the drama? Look, if you have something to say to Alan, why don't you just trot right on over to his house and say it?
Because I've always believed that actions speak louder than words. And you have something that's very important to Alan. Control over his assets. So I've come over here tonight to ask you to sign that trust paper and give Alan back what's his. May I?
Something has happened to you, Alex. What is it?
Well, it's really ironic, Alan and I were always taught we were the best. Nobody could match the Spauldings in intelligence and ability and at anything. It was drummed into our heads until we believed it absolutely.
Past tense.
Absolutely. Because I've looked at your family. And I've seen that, well, our father lied to us. Your Lewises beat us hands down in one area.
You think so?
Yes, I do. Because I've seen it with my own eyes. Brings to mind a phrase that you'll know them by the way they love one another. And that applies to your family.
I hope so.
Well, when the going gets rough, you know how to set aside individual differences and bond together. Not only that, you're ready and eager to support each other and comfort.
That's true. I'm proud of that.
And you should be. You Lewises know how to live. We Spauldings, well, look what I've been doing to Nick.
Gosh, it certainly doesn't sound like you, Alex.
No, it doesn't. Frankly, it doesn't feel like me either, but... if you could put aside your justifiable anger at me, Vanessa, I would like some help. In finding myself.
What do you expect me to give you?
Answers, as always. And I'm not even sure I know how to phrase this question, but... if you wanted your brother's love more than anything else in the world, Vanessa, and you thought you had maybe, well, one last chance to get it, where would you start? What would you do?
I don't think you can bargain for love. But, if I thought Quint wanted something or needed something, I'd try and give it to him.
That's what I'm trying to do. Do you understand?
No, I don't. I don't understand why you talk as though there's some kind of deadline. What are you not telling me, Alex? Is there something wrong with Alan? Is Alan sick?
I know it's hard to imagine.
Is he sick?
Oh, Vanessa, I'm the one who's sick. I mean, well, not physically, but I'm just sick of everything that's been going on. And maybe this business with Nick has just brought me a little to my senses. But, oh, for heaven's sakes, Alan's my brother. I don't want to go on doing things against him. I want to do things for him, with him. Do you understand?
Yes, I think I'm beginning to.
I mean, good grief. Alan and I have spent our entire lives battling each other, trying to find one way to best each other and just flat out tormenting each other. And I want that to stop. I want there to be some peace. And the only way I can think to do that is to give Alan back what he believes is rightfully his.
If Alan gets control of his assets, you know and I know that he'll use them to try and get control of Spaulding, and I thought that's what you wanted for your son. What happens to Nick?
Well, my son doesn't even want to be in the same house with me, so... Nick didn't come home last night. I think he might have moved into the club.
I see.
And then, of course, well, I lost Fletcher. My brother, my son, hate me. I just got to put an end to this, Vanessa. All this hatred, this...
I don't know, Alex. It's just very hard to absorb, you know. A couple of days ago, you were trying to coerce me into siding with you against Alan, and he was so delighted because he'd uncovered your scheme so that I wouldn't. And now here you are. And you want me to sign over his assets to him.
Vanessa, I can't ask you. It's the only thing I can do to do it. I mean, I just don't have the inclination. I don't have the energy to pressure anyone into doing anything.
But you intend to sign, don't you?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I guess it would help everybody if we could all end this vindictiveness and hatred of the last couple months.
Yes, I believe so.
You know, I never wanted to be involved with this.
I know.
And you're really trying to heal your family?
Well, with everything that's in me.
Well, I'd love to protect mine. And this would certainly end any more fallout from Spaulding versus Spaulding. So. There you are.
Well, I don't think you quite realize what you've done, Vanessa.
Oh, yes, I do.
Well, I really doubt it. You'll never quite know how much Alan... You'll never know how important this is to him.
Maybe. Anyway, all you need is Blake's signature, and then Alan can have what he wants, and maybe you can have some peace.